happening, beer planners? Yes, we're coining y'all beer planners because you're a fan of us. You know what I'm saying? And we're creating a universe. So you're beer planners, yes. Now, you're welcome. We are back with another episode full of the stuff you love. Laughs, damn good time, and us. Okay?
Because duh.
All right, so we would like to thank everybody for their continued support and love on this journey. And we hope that everyone will stick with us as we continue on this amazing journey. Like I'm telling y'all, we got more shit in the lab, you know what I mean? More shit to keep you entertained, drunk, horny, happy. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit.
A whole mood board out there.
A whole mood.
And please keep the feedback coming because literally the best part of this podcast, Melodies, is here because of y'all feedback. So please keep
That's
the
true.
feedback coming.
That's a literal contribution of the feedback. I mean, we were going to ask.
People say, what did they say to y'all?
The feedback was, oh my gosh, we feel like we need a female perspective.
Yeah, put that voice on.
I've heard it.
That's a direct quote.
Tuned in ass males, y'all need to get some shit together and put a female on it.
But no lie, like legit the feedback, like especially like since the first episode that Melodies was on here was like, oh my gosh, like I like you told them like you like I
that's very true.
I'm feeling everything you said, so like no bullshit though, like keep the feedback coming. So
you know what
ladies and gents.
You know what I compare her to? She's like, you know that show Stranger Things? Like she's 11 and we're the guys. and
we're everybody else.
Yeah, right. Like she's like the female breakout and we're just the jerk offs in the background.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? But we thank everybody, seriously, we thank everybody for their support and we're going to continue this shit on as long as you want, as long as we want, more importantly, as long as we want.
Shout out to the beer planners out there. All right, let's get into it.
So I want to start this off with a quote, and I want everybody to ponder this quote. All right, why are old lovers able to become friends? 2 reasons: they never truly loved each other, or they never loved each other still, and that references to one of the big topics of today, exes, okay? Your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, you'll always be a baby daddy. You can't say ex-baby daddy, but true. Yeah, so exes, we all have them. We all had a date in life, and
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a virgin.
I think you said that wrong. Or they never loved each other.
Yeah.
Or they still love each other.
Yeah,
right.
That's what you meant to say.
Right, so either they never truly loved each other, or they still love each other, but they don't want to admit it.
Right. Now that brings us to different types of exes. Okay, there's the ex that you always pine for. Okay.
Okay.
There's the ex that you still fucking. There's the ex that you are friends with, where you get dating advice with. I don't understand that one, but whatever. And then there's the ex that you're purely platonic friends with. My favorite ex, of course, is the ex that you can still fuck. I don't have that at all right now, but that's always the favorite, I would think, out of all of them.
I agree. That I don't have that either currently, but I definitely think the ex that I think in a weird way it's actually healthy. Because if you and your ex can still fuck in a way where like, all right, so y'all still fuck, but there's no like scenario where they're all emotional about the fact that y'all go back to y'all separate corners.
Right.
That's actually healthy. It shows the healing that you have.
Sure.
So I mean that's my weird like fucked up argument, but
Right.
I think that's really rare.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how realistic it is. That's kind of like, you know, people with kids who like...
Someone is at the front door.
All right. Apparently there's someone at the front door.
Shut up, Alexa.
And we're back.
So, the exes that you can fuck is always the greatest commodity of a breakup. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You get the benefits without the commitment, without the pain in the ass bullshit. and to remind you why you broke up in the first place.
I agree. I do think there's an expiration date on the ex that you can find.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At some point, like even if y'all are in relationships, at some point it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I remember why we broke up. Now this is over.
Right. Right.
So hashtag funny story. Me and my wife.
I love Flash's story.
Story time with Flash.
When he tells us all to be quiet, I have a story. I love that part.
So me and my wife were both the exes that we told our others not to worry about.
Ooh,
man,
spicy.
Oh, that is definitely spicy.
Like, yo, we went through a lot of stuff as a young couple. We broke up. You know what I'm saying? We both got in relationships separate from each other. We were still dealing with each other. And the agreement we had was, yo, and even when we said we already knew what it was. You in a relationship, but I know how you feel about me. I know how you feel. You know how I feel about you. So we know we ain't going nowhere. And at the end of the day, both the people that we were with were like, yo, either drop this person or we leaving. He was like, all right, bye. On both sides. You know what I'm saying? So
Say it.
in terms of exes, like, yo, exes can lead to some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But all that to say, like, yo, the stuff that you go through with the person is what's going to build that relationship. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, exes, yeah, they exes for a reason, but some exes, yo, y'all, that might be your person. You know what I'm saying?
In a weird way, what you're saying is the person that she told you not to worry about is 1,000% the person you should worry about.
Probably.
Yeah, so like let's talk about some different types of exes. So we talked about the ex that you can fuck still, but what are some other types of exes? Melodies. What are some other type of exes that we got out there?
Don't skip me, please.
Why are your eyes rolling in the back of your head just now?
Right, was that a good or a bad
I
reflection?
don't think I have the answer, Sway.
You don't got the answer, Sway.
Like, I don't know, because exes, when you say ex, that means y'all had been in a relationship, not just.
Yeah, you're not just fucking. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been in that many relationships.
Seriously?
Seriously?
How many relationships have you had?
4.
Oh, you slut.
But that, like, most of them was in middle school and shit. Like
That doesn't count. That
middle
doesn't
school,
count.
high
Do
school,
you like me, yes or no?
If you were under,
Yeah, right. The basis of your
as an
relationship.
adult, one.
The basis of your relationship was the folding paper, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
like as an adult, I've only
do
had.
you want to go with me? Yes, no, or maybe?
Yo, maybe is always wrote in. Like,
Right.
You don't put in maybe. That's wrote in.
Right, the fuck? This ain't my handwriting. But yeah.
I think I don't qualify for that question.
Okay,
No,
so we
Can
can.
I add some more thing too, real quick?
Yeah.
And the other thing that was funny,
Another slut.
Not even that. Not even. It was funny. I
I think everybody in this room is sluts, but go ahead.
Well, we're guys, so
I
no.
ain't the slut.
Let's call being the guy.
No slut shaming
True,
over
by
here.
definition. Okay.
We don't do slut shaming on this podcast.
What a disclaimer.
We don't.
Yeah,
I'm
it
with.
was funny when I was thinking about it because me and my wife were both the crazy exes at the same time. Like, I definitely remember 100% her being in a relationship with a dude, and she was like, "Yo, you gotta be careful because I'm still in a relationship." And I remember feeling like, "Yo, after that dude, tell him to fight me." You know what I'm saying? Like, tell him to come see me. I ain't thinking about him.
So the rest
You know
of
what I'm
us,
saying?
the rest of us don't have that option when it comes to approaching a chick like that. All right.
Talk about escalating quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I was ready to show up in the house. She was like, "No, you know, I'm in a relationship," and I'm like, "Yo, I don't care about this dude. Tell him to see me outside if you really feel that way."
I was about to get her.
But you.
But her whole thing was she was like, "I'm in a relationship, so no matter how you feel about it, I'm in a relationship."
Right,
So
and
she
respect
kept
me.
that. Right, she kept that boundary. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, that being said, you know, it's just interesting because exes, there are degrees of exes, but I will say that when you're in a relationship, you can kind of tell how that person feels about that ex. You can tell if that ex, because even with both of us, we knew the other person knew how we felt about each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm talking to you, but I know
Definitely
how you
gave
feel
them
about that
insecurities.
person. Exactly, 100%. You know what I'm saying?
So Flash, you actually bring up a very interesting point earlier in your conversation about you with your wife, which is so research from Psychology Today actually says that 40 to 50% of people have reunited with an ex to start a new relationship. So it's interesting. So talk a bit more about like that process. Like
That's my ministry too.
right. So Flash and then Melodies. Like talk about that whole journey and process.
I mean, you know what it is when you're in a relationship, but no matter how good that other person is not the person that you want to be with. You know what I'm saying? They can do everything right, but it's still not that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, hey, we good. You know what I'm saying? But you know, say the other person call, you gonna go outside, you go whatever. Hey, yeah, what's up? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? The same way that, you know, I remember having an issue because when my wife at that time was an ex, and I got into it with the chick I was talking to, she was like, well, why you drop everything to go help her? Because I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? And if that's an issue, then we can cut this off now.
Explain it.
Exactly. It's like, yo, this is just what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you feel that way, then we can go ahead and end this, but understand this was about to happen.
Side
You know
note,
what I'm saying?
who in the room has been the other person that there's nothing you can do?
I've
been there.
Wait, what do you mean?
meaning the chick that you feel or the person that you feel like you are like enamored with, right?
Right.
There's literally nothing you can do
Right.
To stop her
to
from
change
loving that other
how
person.
she feels about you or that other person.
Yeah, it's called my entire dating life.
All right, so DJ Melodies, talk a bit about how like an ex can like turn into like a new and prosperous and happy relationship.
Well, that was my situation with my husband too. Like we were around, I think I was 14, he was 15. And
Oh, I
Okay,
love
cool.
that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
All right, Corey and Topanga.
Exactly. Boy Meets World style.
Topangela.
Topangela.
The Pangela?
I was just trying to save time. Go.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, we met when we were young, and we met at work. He went to a different school than I did. So usually you meet people at school.
Same.
But we were working at this retirement home.
Where most love blossoms.
Yeah, that's always the first job. We were fast food or the
That's
old
right,
people,
yeah, of course.
You know. So we met then. It was like when we met, I had just got out of a relationship, and I really wasn't even looking for anything. Like I literally wanted to be friends with dude, but it just turned into something else. And I think because we were so young, it's probably why we broke up, because we just didn't have certain life experiences. So we had, after high school, we kind of moved in with each other, and I feel like maybe we were just being too adultish. I hadn't even had a whole phase at that point. I'm sure he was fucking.
You were looking for one?
I wasn't looking for one, but I feel like I told you on the other episode, I feel like it's necessary. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta,
Absolutely.
you gotta get it out your system to make sure that's what you don't want to do that shit.
I am pro everyone have a
So-
whole face.
Fair enough.
So I had got him at a job at this bar, and he was kind of like away all the time, and I think we kind of naturally kind of grew apart a little bit.
Right.
And that's when we broke up and the whole phase commenced. And when I tell you, we went 3 years and we were hardly talking. Like, it wasn't even some link up here and there and fuck. Like, we were not speaking. Like, I thought I was totally done with him. Like, this is not, I'm done with you. It's not going to happen.
As a guy situation, you know you're not. You think you are, but you're not.
No.
I thought I was totally done with him, but somehow we came back together. Like, I started seeing a change in him. I'm like, okay, that's what I seen in the beginning. Now you're coming back to being that person, the person that I fell in love with, the person I fucked with.
Right.
And that's what kind of how we came together. And I feel like we were more mature at that point. And no one that I had fucked with in that time frame just gave me the feeling that he did. Like, the protection, he rocked with me. And I don't think any other guy that I talked to really rocked with me on that level.
Right.
So,
Sure.
Yeah, I will say this. Like, y'all ever seen a scenario where you see two people, you can't quite put your finger on it, but you're like, there's something there. Like, that was them. I never
That's
really
cool.
vocalized that, but it was like,
Oh,
it's one of them
man.
things. It's like that Corey Topanga thing. But, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was going. Just to be interesting, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, yo, when you look at like Offset and Cardi B, and really, honestly,
That's a very, very good example, y'all.
Like,
It
Offset.
really is.
Because,
It
like,
really is.
at one point, and I think that's what Kanye is trying to replicate. But I don't know if the chemistry is the same. Only they'll know that. But I think like
It's
yo,
not.
when you're like broken up with a girl that you love, it's like, yo, I don't care. Like, yo, I don't care who you talking to. I don't care who the guy is. End of the day, yo, I know what I want, and that's just what it is. So whatever's going on between that time, it's just what it is.
I found out after the fact, like, he was telling his friends that, like, they all saw me like that's gonna be his girl, even when we weren't together.
Right? Yeah. Sometimes you just have that girl that you like, that your homeboys even be like, yo, that's gonna be your girl, yo. Like, you know what I mean? You fuck with her, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, definitely. The thing about getting over an ex. Now, let me tell you something. Mr. Brown, all right, has quoted to me, it takes you at least a year to get over an ex. This motherfucker wasn't lying. When I went through my last relationship or whatever, like, I was pretty devastated about it. And, thankful for, my brothers being around to get through that. But Mr. Brown had, like, data on that shit. Like, not data that you gotta research, but, like, data of just being a smart motherfucker. You're like, yo, it's going to take you at least a year to get over this. You know what I'm saying?
Can we shout out to Mr. Brown for having the best breakup relationship advice?
He's always a mature one. He's always a mature one.
I'm not trying to step on your toes. We don't get back to that. But Mr. Brown be having the best breakup advice. Mr. Brown was there for a couple of my situations too. So,
right,
yo, shout out to Mr. Brown.
Y'all really gonna make me blush.
Let's add one quick ad-lib. Another aspect of Mr. Brown's, we'll have a die-hard argument. I'm like, no, fuck that is this. Or somebody's like, no, fuck that is this. And, like, Mr. Brown be like, nah, I understand both points because we know we can da-da-da-da. Yeah, he like politic down the whole situation down.
All toxic people need that.
Okay, so back to me.
You only child, you.
Yeah, but Mr. Brown, like, I got what he was saying a year after, because, like, there were times I was like, I was like, yo, fuck that bitch, whatever. And then I would get drunk, which I tend to do time to time. And like, actually, you were there too, Flash. Like, the one night, like, I was totally pouring my heart out after a night out of drinking. And, like, talking about, my ex and my feelings, whatever.
What are you saying, it's to her or just in general?
No, to them.
Okay.
To them. And yeah, to her too. Like, you could put that in the pot too. And a year to the day, I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck about this chick anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all I thought about was Mr. Brown was absolutely right. It at least takes a year of not desensitizing, to sanitize your soul of your ex, whatever. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get the drunken nights out, and I drunk text her, like, a bunch of times and stuff like that in that time frame or whatever, and put my friends through the fact that I was fucked up and I was drunk, and we would have conversations about the shit, and I'm sure they didn't want to fucking hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to have a good time, but, I was going through that, and shout out to my brothers for not once any of them was like gave me shit about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just sat there and listened. You know what I mean? And I feel like everybody, no matter who the fuck you are, guy, girl, trans, whatever, all of us need that airing out period. And Mr. Brown was right. It takes at least a year.
You're mourning.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, to truly get over that shit.
He said sanitize your soul, right? And I think, thing of soul size, that's a thing.
Yeah.
The longer you're with somebody, it's like y'all souls are like, it's like the more time you spend, the more entwined y'all souls get together.
Yeah, we had a cat.
Oh, God, really?
You gonna leave me, your son?
And your son. True. So what's the takeaway from all this conversation about exes and shit?
Get an ex that you can fuck.
Wow.
And
seriously.
Keep the feelings out.
If you're doing that, keep the feelings out.
That can be very toxic.
Yeah, and had that differential diagnosis to know whether that's the ex to stay or whether the ex to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And figure out what's what for you.
Yeah, if they're
because
not
sometimes it turns into marriage. You know?
Yeah.
And quick side note to the people that are wondering, like, yo, is this the one or not? if you are with your ex and y'all broke up and you just feel like sad, then that's one thing. But if y'all broke up and you sitting there, you like, nah, fuck that. Then that's probably gonna be the one that you need to be with, or at least try. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to be with you. And that's just what it is.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But if you try to figure out if it's worth a try, if you sit back and you like, yo, all right, how do I feel without this person? And you can't see that, then give it a second try and see what happens. And see where the chips fall.
Yeah, I think that when you know, one of the takeaways is when you know that this person is officially an ex, not the cool ex you can fuck because that's rare. Right. But when it's truly an ex that like it's an ex, it's healthy. It's actually healthy to like cut off all ties, at least for a while.
Absolutely.
So like unfollow them, block them if you need to on social media, all of those things. Delete what you need to delete. Only because, like, and that's not necessarily a negative thing. That's just that it help facilitate your healing.
Right.
Like, sure. Because you need to get to a point where you don't have these sometimes irrational emotional ties to that person that will, like, make you think, oh, well, maybe we can. No. Me, and like 86 of your friends already told you this ain't gonna work. Like, you know this ain't gonna work.
86.
Right? Yes, 86. So it is healthy to sometimes disconnect.
Right, absolutely.
So that ex can truly become an ex. And an ex is someone like that you're comfortable with them being in that status, and you know it's over, it's done with. The times y'all had was cool,
right.
Some of it wasn't, and now you can move on.
Right.
Can you be friends with an ex, like straight up friends, like?
Ooh, hold on. You know what's funny? Yo, there's nothing more awkward than having a whole breakup, and then you see that ex's like mom or their dad or their brother or their sister.
True.
Yo, that's the most awkward situation ever. Because it's like, yo, like, what do you do in that situation? You know what I'm saying? You just say them this like, yo.
So
I've had exes still try to speak to my mom and my dad. My mom, she don't even remember the motherfuckers like that.
I think
I'm cutting you off. Your family.
It depends on the length of the relationship.
Like, I'm not
it would depend on like
nobody. I walk straight past your mom.
Yeah, I think it depends on the scenario, and I think it depends on like what type of ex it is. Like,
and what was the reason for the breakup?
Right, because like.
As well.
Yeah, because like some exes can be toxic with that shit. People will be wanting to send subs on social media and stuff like that. So
yo, I've had exes like to my face be like, yo, I like your family way more than I like you. I'm like, all right, fair enough, cool. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep pushing. You know what I mean? Like, good move. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, all right, it is what it is.
So this is the problem about exes. Exes, current, friends with benefits, crushes, etc. You know, I'm currently having this relationship with Rihanna because I have a crush on her. Is a toxic.
Pregnant.
Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. The toxic male and females, and I want to ask Melody that because she presented this topic to us, right? So explain to us what do you think? What do you consider as a toxic
trait?
Yeah, a toxic trait. Like what do you consider as a toxic trait?
Period, or with exes?
Everybody, doesn't matter. Whoever.
Toxic trait.
Did you not hear the part? Did you not hear the lead in?
When I put this on, I was just saying toxic behavior.
Did you hear the lead in?
But you said exes. I didn't put.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said exes,
not respecting
friends
boundaries.
with benefits, crushes. How dare you?
Not respecting boundaries. When you know someone has a clear boundary, and you're still going to like do what you want to do, say what you want to say, like that's some toxic behavior.
Yeah, I mean, like, so. Like there are people that embrace that type of bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? And I was throwing it to Melody because she brought up this topic, and I mean you can go to exes, you can go to currents, it doesn't fucking matter. We need to stop the toxicity. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
So
easier said than done.
Real quick though, like the same chick that was like, yo, that would be like, yo, I like your family more than I like you. She would try to be toxic. That particular person. Because they knew I'd be pissed, and they would send me 11 calls, and I would not answer one.
You like that?
So it's like, yo, I
he
got
likes
reaction.
it.
So can we?
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, and they know and like every serious woman I've dated knows how I feel about my family. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times when I look at a toxic person, they look to get a reaction. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, you gonna answer my calls? Oh, all right, I'm gonna send you this text that's gonna hit you hard. So now you gotta call me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, that's what we gonna do. Okay,
all right, so can we take a step back for a second and define what a toxic male or female is?
Oh yeah, I can give you that one. I'm sorry. I'm deferring.
Like I said, somebody that doesn't respect your boundaries. Like they know what pushes your buttons. They know what they shouldn't do, and they're gonna do it anyway. Like somebody that's popping up to your house knowing damn well you would not like that. Like someone who's sending you crazy DMs and not respecting whatever situation you got going on. Like
popping up to an ex's house is kind of wild.
Yeah, it is.
But maybe we've all been there.
I've never popped up to an ex's house, but I have tried to fight my ex's boyfriends.
Let's analyze that statement for a second.
Sure.
Let's analyze the statement for a second. I tried to fight my ex's boyfriend.
That is toxic.
That's the definition of toxicity, bro.
It wasn't toxic to her. I want to try to hurt her, but I'm like, yo, this dude talking about, yo, this such and such.
That makes it right, I guess.
But you know she wouldn't have wanted that.
I mean, look, yo, you can't try to be the hero in the story and then be now you get confronted with that adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
explain.
Whoa.
So, like,
isn't that what you tried to do?
No, I'm saying, like, yo, I'm talking to my ex. Then if you sit back and be like, yo, this is my girl.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, now you made it a me and you thing.
No!
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
so toxic.
it was. No, it's not.
It's you, her, and her boyfriend.
Yo, you can't come up like, yo, all she has to do is like, yo, I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's like, yo, don't call me anymore. No, whatever. Right. If she doesn't do that and you decide to interject yourself, now you putting yourself into the equation. Now, man, you got an issue. Before I wasn't even talking to you, but now you're in a situation.
Oh my God.
So now you want to inject yourself. Now let's have a conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you know how much you would have to put her on the spot for that? You would really have to tell this man, your girl ain't say that. Your girl ain't say she wanted to stop talking to me. Now he about to slap her head off in the house. God damn.
So
she might just need you at this point.
All right, so let's flip this, right?
You're a psychopath.
All right, so let's flip this, right? So let's say that you just met a chick, right? And y'all talking, she feeling you, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's say that the guy pulls up, right?
You're gonna justify this bullshit.
No, I'm just saying, like, yo, so you just met a chick, y'all talking, say you talking for a week, right? Y'all go out to a little spot. So then all of a sudden y'all chilling at a restaurant, some dude pulls up. He pulls up like, yo, what's going on? You ain't returning my calls, da-da-da-da, I miss you, da-da-da-da. And they having a whole dialogue, right? Mm-hmm. So do you A, be like, yo, this is my chick, finish, yo, bye. Or do you B, let them work that shit out so you can figure out, yo, what's what? Because you don't want to be that third wheel.
Wow.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Your ego is going to play a part with the male.
Wow.
Right.
So if I'm
just saying, but if from a logic standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Because like my thing is, because I feel like most guys have been on that other side too. Like, yo, there's some guys that are willing to die for their women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. And there's some like
and slap other comedians for their women.
That too. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, as a guy, like if that's not what you willing to do, all right, yo, I'm all out. That's you. You won. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what they mean to each other. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, I feel like if it was me, if I'm on a date with a chick for our third date, and some dude pulls up and he like, yo, I miss you, and she's not like, yo, buying shit. But you do this and you do that. Oh, you give him conversation. I mean, y'all got history.
Okay, so that's different.
All right.
That's different.
I'm seeing myself out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if she's giving him conversation, then because I think it comes down to like what she's looking for, right?
Right.
Because if you in that scenario and she's like not giving him conversation, then to me that's different because like she's over it, she's moved on. So that's on him.
Exactly.
He crazy. He need to like figure that shit out for himself.
Exactly.
But if I'm the dude in that situation, I took the girl on a date, and she giving him conversation mid-date with us,
right?
And I feel pretty confident in my dating skills. So I feel like the date's going pretty well,
right?
Then I can't control that. So I don't have no energy for that dude because it's a waste of my time.
So exactly. But if you decide to be like, yo, I'm talking, we on a date, sir. and you get the shit rocked out you, then
We're on a date, sir.
Saying we're on a date, sir, to the jealous ex-boyfriend is wild.
I think that's my new ringtone. We're on a date, sir.
So, all right. So, what is the definition? So, we have well documented the definition of a toxic male, which is like pretty like
apparently I'm toxic
thorough.
as fuck. So.
But what is the definition of a toxic female?
Well, also just specifically female. Like I mean,
or whatever.
So I guess like with toxicity, right? I think it's just you like I said, it's the lack of respect and lack of boundaries, and I think it's more so like it's almost like you're self-centered to a degree because it's like you're only focusing on like your particular feelings about this person, not taking into account other factors. With whether that's you're irritating, whether you're like if you have an ex that has someone else, you know what I'm saying? That's like, oh sorry, stop. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
That's why it's puff puff pass, not just
smoking shit.
It's a good drink. That's what that is.
But no. So
don't swallow the blunt.
So I will say there was a funny video about someone doing that. But I will say this: like one of the things as a guy, and maybe I'm the only guy in the room that feels this way. But one of the biggest things you got to get past is like in your brain, you'll start making up scenarios where like your ex is getting dicked down by some dude. Wow. And like that fucks with you in a certain way. One of the best.
That's the reason why it's harder for men to forgive cheating versus women.
Can I please say something real quick?
Please say something.
This is my biggest beef with Kanye West right now.
What if we said no?
I said that. I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I got to pass on that. But yo, this is my biggest beef with Kanye West, right? Yo, when you are broken up, or when you are separated, or when you're not with your chick no more, whether you're married or single, you have to let you have to have some humble pie at some point. Like you have to let your chick do her. You can't overreact to every little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like some stuff you just gonna have to take. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like you gotta eat that.
Or in some ways, or some things your girl will have to take from Ski.
Yeah, true. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, because you gotta really ask yourself, what is it that you want? Do you want your family back and you want your marriage back? Or do you just want to make sure nobody talks to your wife? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you want your family back, you got to play that long game. You know what I'm saying? She going to date what she going to date. She's going to do what she's going to do. But you have to sit through that, you know what I mean, if you really want your family back. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what he's messing up at right now. It's like, yo, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's your wife. Those are your kids. I get it on every level. But, dog. You reacting right now the way that you are, you see us messing you up more and more and more. So you kind of sometimes you just gotta fall back, let the chips fall, and then deal what you gotta deal with after the fact.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, yo, like that was very prolific what you said, yo. But like, cause I had a thought in my head, yo. It is the worst feeling in the world. I don't know if anybody else has been through this, but to drunk text your ex. And then wake up the next morning and look at what the fuck you text.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Oh my god, yo.
That's the worst.
I don't think I've ever felt like a bigger asshole on the planet than waking up the next morning after the drunken fucking night and seeing what I text my ex-girlfriend, yo. That is the worst. Please, for the Beer Plans podcast, this is a PSA. Do not text your ex after a drunken night. Call her, maybe, because then she ain't got no evidence, or he ain't got no evidence, or whatever. Do not put something out there that you can read, because you're going to feel like the biggest asshole in the morning, I'm telling you.
Did she reply?
What's that?
Did she reply to your drunken text?
Yeah. But you know what? You know what's more fucked up about that? The reply is always 100 words less than what you put out there. So
I love you. Okay, cool. You're like, you're like, what you mean?
Yeah, I think that's a whole nother level for men. Like, I had that happen to me. My husband, we were broken up. He pleaded his heart out to me, and I was just like, but we...
Right, because
I could tell that shit crushed him.
I bet. Oh, you worried? You ain't get my text? You ain't get that call? Yo,
you so tight.
What's going on? Like, yo, I know you heard me call you. All right, yeah, okay. It was like, man, look.
Well, the worst is like the worst. The worst is like, let's say you send this message at like 3:00 in the morning, right? and in Facebook Messenger it says sent. You're like, all right, whatever. And you go to sleep, it still says sent. And then you wake up in the morning, you see the icon says that it's red and nothing is replied.
You getting the call. You getting the call.
Oh my God.
I said, you ain't responding? That's what we doing right now? You ain't responding? Okay.
I'm outside your house.
Right.
That's what like you said, that's the really honestly the best way. If you're really trying to like, stay on your ex, like make it be like unbothered.
Right.
That's you know what I mean? Like no reply.
Yo, and you know what's
not
funny?
not giving that energy back. Even if you feel in a way, just if you don't respond at all, that's what crushes you.
Fucked
you don't
up.
get a response back.
Fucked up.
All right.
That's why I'm always big. Once you the ex, I gotta cut out. I gotta get you out of my system. Like we can't still be talking.
So here's the thing, though,
and all that.
You're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, go. That's all I had.
And I will say too, like for the ladies, recognize when you are the ex that he's over versus the ex that he still feels. Because a lot of times women think that they're the ex that he still feels, and like a lot of times we respond, you'll get that all right, cool text, or you'll call 12 times and get no response. And when you get that, it's not that I'm trying to be coy. It's like, yo, stop calling me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I'm not answering you for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, take that hint. Keep doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving. And, yo, please do not get aggressive. Please don't get abusive. Don't keep my car. Don't slash my tires. Don't slash my tires.
Don't fuck with people.
Because
cars,
none of that's going to bring me back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep that moving.
All right, so let's have fun with this for a second.
We're not having fun?
What are some of the wild ass drunk texts that y'all have sent?
I never done it.
God.
Never done it.
Here's cool guy right
no,
here.
because every time I call you, I meant that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if I call you and I'm on 10, I meant every word, every text that I sent. You know
so you owned it in the morning, is what you're saying?
No, and I'm just like, yo, like, again, same thing. Like, yo, I would tell my wife, yo, what you doing? And if she don't answer, I'm going to call. And she be like, yo, I'm with this and such. And I'm going to call again. You know what I'm saying? And if you got an issue, come out at me. I meant every word of that. There was no misconstruing with that. I meant everything about that.
I believe Jeffrey Dahmer did the same thing.
I've drunk texts. I've climbed through windows.
See?
What?
That's why we're married. We understand the craziness.
Yeah.
We understand the craziness.
That's the baseline for a marriage.
I have definitely. I
high five over that shit.
We high five.
Psychopath.
I have definitely pulled up to the house thinking this is about to be fire. This is gonna be some romantic shit.
Stalked it for hours.
And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you here? Oh wait, this isn't the romantic thing to do.
Stalkery. It's a thin line. No, it's a thin line between like stalking.
God,
and,
so thin, man. But yeah, like there's definitely like some fuck shit you can do as an ex, and there's some fuck shit that your ex can do to you.
Yo, me and my wife have been both. We both been toxic. We both been the pull up kind. We both been the young boy phone up kind.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it come with that. But that's how you know you're really in love with a person, though. Because it's like,
I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to say it. That's how you know. It's like, I can't say that.
It's like, yo, because I'm telling you, like, yo, like, I ain't go front. I've been that guy where it's like, yo, let it go. It with another person, and then you just like, nah, fuck that. And then you just like, yo,
but you know, like, that person is crazy, but they would never do nothing crazy to you. Like,
exactly.
You wouldn't hurt me or nothing like that. You might hurt someone else, but you would never like try to put hands on
facts. Me. And that's even why she never felt in danger.
My husband pulled me. We went to I don't even think we were together.
It's funny now. It's funny now.
Trauma. I'm gonna tell you the trauma behind it. Like I feel like we was kind of on the outs. Like we was about to break up for good, and I had went out, and that's when I started going out to the clubs with an older group of people, and we went to IHOP. Afterwards.
Wait a minute. Wait, wait.
After the club.
Is that the club for older people? IHOP?
We went to IHOP to get something to eat, and it was a group of us, and we sat in this booth. The booth was mad small, so we was all kind of like huddled in the booth, and one of his mans told him that I was in the IHOP sitting next to a dude. I didn't even know this dude. No. Like, I did not know this dude at all. We just in here. They with the group of people that I'm with. Like, Man, he came up there and snatched me out of the IHOP. Like, made a whole scene.
As you should.
Your current husband?
Yes. Get the fuck up now. And I'm like, no.
But hold on a second. Wait. Whoa. Well, don't try to mask that as some type of deep romance.
Oh no, hold on. That is though.
Oh my god.
You know, I didn't go to that IHOP for years after that because I'm like, the people still work there. They know who I am. It was so embarrassing. Like,
That is the definition of toxicity.
Can I give one more toxic story? I promise my last toxic story. And this is with my now wife.
Out of how many?
We have a lot.
Yeah, right.
But babe, please don't be mad at me. But like, yo, so this was back when we were, I think, in college or you were about to get in college. But I remember we was down with Paradox. I don't know if you remember Paradox.
Oh, yeah.
Paradox. So like we were like, yo, she came down with her friends, looking at my homeboys, and we were chilling, right? So we dancing, whatever. And at one point we separate, right? So I walk back around the corner, and I see her like, you know how back in the day you slid behind the chick and say she's going to dance, and like I see her hand her pocketbook off to her homegirl. And so they bent over like she was about to dance.
Ooh.
So me being me, I'm like, yeah, say less. So I tapped her on the shoulder, like, I see you, I got you. So in my mind, I'm about to dance with every chick in this club. It's about to happen. So like, I went over to the other little room. You know, it was like two separate sides to it. I went all the way to the other side. I don't even know what the chick looked like. I just remember she was twerking. I'm dancing. I remember I was dancing with shorty. Out of nowhere, I feel her arm go around my neck and squeeze. And
That's hot.
And I'm like,
That's
no.
hot.
And I'm like, what the fuck? She like, no, because you and we and we going back and forth. We fought so loud. Security came over there and said something. My own was like, yo, dog, we gotta get out of here, shorty. And I'm like, no, I think we gotta go. So we ended up leaving Paradox and fussing. And what did I do? Call the whole time, just cussing out on voicemail, just da 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 da. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, voicemail used to be, man, the worst messages.
Yeah.
So
Your voicemail will be full by the time I'm done.
So what's the takeaway from this? Toxicity equals long-term committed relationships.
Sometimes.
You just gotta realize if your ex is the one or not. If your ex is the one, then rock with that, and if it's not, then let it go.
If guns are involved, that is not the one for you.
100%.
That's a
That's
what
That's a good takeaway. Yeah, if there's guns and shit involved.
If your life is in danger, that's not
That's
the
not
person.
the one.
All right, so you know what time it is. It's the favorite time of the show for everyone. Not Migos and Offset.
I'm gonna do this live right now. Messy shit with Mr. Brown. Messy shit with Mr. Brown. Messy shit with Mr. Brown. Messy shit. Come on. Now, messy shit. With Mr. Brown.
Boats and hoes.
All right, Pastor.
Boats and hoes. All right, Mr.
Eva,
Brown.
church
What do we have for messy shit?
That was lively recorded. I am so talented.
So
Find a way to give us
so
some props.
special.
All right. Y'all crib, y'all. This is too much. All right, so I guess kind of speaking with the toxicity shit, right? So this was a hot conversation like last week online. So there was another podcast, the Pivot Podcast, right? And speaking of toxicity, so they were talking. This is like a podcast with like former athletes.
Okay.
And we're talking about toxic, right? The toxic king, everybody's toxic king Future. Yes. So everybody named
for the streets.
So the conversation that was talked about was for whatever reason they were talking about Russell Wilson and Sierra, and then the dude, I forget the dude's name, but he was like, the comment he made that got the internet in uproar was like, he's like, well, Russell's a square. Sierra would have never dated him if he ain't had no money. And like, how you leave Future for Russell Wilson?
I actually kind of agree with that, actually.
All right,
I don't at all.
So to not get off topic, but here's my thing. Part of Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson is the money. So you can't really say that because that's part of it. That's
and
like
part of it also being a football player, though.
But that's like saying, oh, you wouldn't be Shaq if he wasn't tall. No,
that's
shit.
But she's the one with money herself. She's a celebrity. Why wouldn't she date?
Not Russell Wilson money.
But
Russell Wilson money.
But the thing is, technically, she got with him before he got the big bag.
1-2 step. I love it when you.
But I think, but I get to the whole. I guess with the art, because dudes in general, like
so
they go like so. like online. A lot of these dudes online in particular, like some of them, like they ghost. They I guess the whole thing is a lot of people don't think you can change your type, right? Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't agree with that. I don't at all.
I agree with that.
Because I disagree, but go ahead.
So that's because I think that's where a lot of this online chatter comes from. Like they saying like because she dated Future, who's probably like the worst of the worst. Let's be real, the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? To go from a guy who was like the complete opposite. You know, some people think that's shady. I personally don't. In my opinion, because the whole thing, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over.
That's true.
So it's like, why? If you know you're someone who values like marriage and love and having like a family unit, and you're not getting that from that person, you going back. If you're not getting that from that person, why date that same type of person again? If you're not getting, if you're not getting the outcome you're looking for.
True.
So what's wrong with that?
So what's going on with this situation?
What do you call it? He called him a square.
He called him a square. So okay, I have an issue with that a little bit too, because there's an issue with our community.
Who said that? Future?
No.
Future.
I'm gonna say this.
On there, the guy.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna fall back. Here's the dynamic of things. The square dude is the dude that the chicks that y'all like to fuck with mess with after that whole phase.
Yes.
It's just
thank you.
It's just part of the natural progression of things.
And is there a problem with that? That's because people make it like it's wrong.
Yes, it is.
So as a dude, you gotta know where you stand. If you're the dude that chicks fuck with when they whole phase, you can't be mad when she get with the square. No shit, he's a square. So and he's the one that's gonna give her the shit that you weren't giving her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's fine.
I hope Russell has a big dick, because if he doesn't, I know she's probably not pleased.
But
she has like a million. That's $1 billion in her bank right now. She does not care.
Even if he has a micro peen, there's other shit that he brings to this. Okay, that might be a bit much, but maybe he brings some other shit to the table. Like,
I mean, I think the thing, obviously, people are.
I'm worth $500 million. I don't care if my joint is small or not. You want some
right? My shit can be 3 inches hard, but
exactly.
I'm a billionaire, baby. I'm cute.
Exactly.
There's no such thing as an ugly billionaire.
You want having a big D dude and broke? Go ahead at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, have fun with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he
seems really lonely though.
He does.
I don't think he's lonely.
Didn't he just come out with a song about Valentine's Day? About being, what was that song?
Oh yeah, the video with Kevin Samuels.
You know what I think Future has, and I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Herpes?
No.
More than likely.
That's
all of them did.
I think Future suffers from post-nut clarity. Like yo,
preach up.
So I think we found the title of the episode.
So like, cause you think about it, all the chicks Future smashes, right? They're the baddest of the baddest chicks, right?
Right.
But they're also the densest of the densest chicks. You know what I mean? Like Scottie Pippen's wife. Yeah, maybe Sierra. I don't know.
I wouldn't go that far.
But like Amber Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like all these chicks.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
You know what I'm saying? Like she added to the roster, but like all these chicks we listen to them talk, it's like, the fuck are you talking about? You sound so stupid. Yeah, like it's like I really believe Future smashes these bad chicks. Lori Harvey into that entourage. I feel like he smashes these chicks, and then after you smash, like, because I feel like a lot of dudes have that. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll smash a bad chick, and then she starts talking. It's like,
there's nothing.
It's like, yo, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? But then Future, he going raw, so it's like, nah, I'm stuck with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when he messes up. But like, he'll smash a chick and be like, yo, all right, that was cool. And they're like, but what about us? Unless they like, no. I've heard you talk. You sound crazy. I'm trying to go about my business.
I think it's hilarious. Just the image of Future fucking a chick as soon as he busts and be like, well, that was cool.
I mean, I'm sure he does.
Tell me as a guy, you've never had a situation where you smash a chick you like. It's time to go.
I don't think I've ever said out loud that was cool.
You don't say out loud.
But tell me you've never smashed a chick like, yo, I'm ready for my Uber to come right now. All right.
I can't drive myself.
But you wouldn't say out loud.
Or you're playing the home game and it's like, oh, let me get this over.
I feel like Future's wife is in the hood. Wherever hood he's from, that's where she's really at. He can't get himself to like go there with her.
I bet
because he's like that guy. Like he's that guy that's gonna rep whatever hood he's from.
I bet money that he has a chick right now that's like his ride or die. But he's not ready to settle down yet. So it's like, yo, man, have my fun.
And she was probably someone he knew before he was even on top.
Possibly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I'm ready to settle down, I got you. And which that probably might be a really real thing, but in the meantime, I'm going to have my fun. And then I'm going to go holler at you when I'm ready to go ahead and do my settle down thing. Mm-hmm. Which she can respect, because she's probably like, yo, you're not cheating on me. You doing what you got to do, so I can't make it seem like I didn't know.
I think,
but some of these niggas are, like, they want to be eternal bachelors, which is fine. You know, I think there are just some guys that aren't marriage. They're not marriage material, and it's like, okay, it's cool. Yeah, you know, they want to. They not, you know, or they don't. Some of these dudes like they like the toxic type kind of to agree. You know, they not gonna really be ready to settle down until they're old and decrepit. But most like you're like 50, 60 years old.
That, though. Like a lot of dudes don't want to the right chick.
Seeing old people get married.
Well, that too.
I agree with that totally. Really? It's like, what's the point?
It's like, what?
But I think
it's kind of sweet if it's like, you know, let's just say you got somebody, you're a widower, right?
80-year-old
and you find love again. That's cool. That's nice, right?
Timing is everything. Like,
oh yes,
you could be ready to settle down and shit, and the person that you meet that you want to settle down with isn't in that headspace.
Yeah,
they might still be in their whole phase. That doesn't make them a bad person or anything like that. It's just a timing thing. I think that Russell Wilson, perhaps he met Sierra
at the right time.
At the right time, exactly. At the
it's
right
timing.
time.
Timing is everything.
But I think that the reason that Russell Wilson's look so bad is because he's getting everybody. They look at it as like, you get Future's leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody has somebody.
Everybody has a leftover though.
True. Your girl has had sex with a nigga that
somebody else did.
Is way better than the shit that you ever given her.
But
that does not mean that you are less than, or the person that you can't that she doesn't want to be with.
First of all, it's also public though. Like, yo, she wanted to marry Future. Future was the one that was like, nah. So now it's like, yo, he got pregnant. He kept it moving. So now you got something for Russell. Right. That's why they look at.
But now that,
that's the real lame energy. That's the lame shit. Like, you know, the niggas who talk that shit about Russell, that's lame. Because it's like this is where it gets to me. Like, that I think our community specifically, I feel like we like sometimes like glorify the wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't be mad at a nigga. No, you can't be mad at that nigga who's like providing the family unit for your son that you're not there for.
So look at Dobie and Menace, right? When he was with Dashiki. Dashiki had like,
hey yo, that's a wild reference.
Yo, it is, but it just
what the fuck is he talking about?
Yo, remember Dashiki had like 6 kids?
No.
And then Sean was like, yo, this the one.
I get
like, yo,
I get it a little
Dashiki was around with everybody. And it's like, yo, but you the one she's
that's the thing.
I get looking at you a certain way.
But in reality, like, now, granted, I think, like, you would think so, like, when to flip it, like, chicks should be looking at Future like damage goods. Like, nigga, you got 6, 7, 8 baby mamas.
Because he been with everybody.
But see,
very true.
This is my thing. I feel like, look, I always said this with the Sierra, Future, Russell Wilson situation. I feel like as far as dating, I feel like more specifically with women, that's the natural progression of dating. I want a Future type. You know what I'm saying? Then I found out that Future type ain't about a motherfucking thing. God forbid you have a kid with the dude, whatever. And then I want a Russell Wilson. I learned to want a Russell Wilson type. You know
I could be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the issue is women are raised to want a Russell Wilson, but they end up liking a Future.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Then it's like, yo,
you
end up leaving Russell Wilson for a Future, and then shit goes wrong, and then you try to go back to a Russell Wilson.
Or never be attracted to a Russell Wilson at all.
True.
And I think that
you gotta gain the appreciation for a Russell after being.
That's part of it. I think in general, but I think in general, right?
And I think that's why guys look at it like, yo, you should have known better. You know
but then you shouldn't give a chick shit for that. Like, I feel like, you know, if let's just say, okay, the girl, like, you know what, I'm choosing better with my next relationship. Oh, let that be that. Why are you gonna clown? Why are you gonna be like, oh no, you don't really like that?
But they're not clowning. They're not
clowning.
Like that nigga. They're not clowning Sierra. They're clowning Russell Wilson. Because they're like, yo, they like, yo, you know what this is, dog. She couldn't settle down with him, so she coming to you.
But you think that was like? But that's I don't know. I just don't think. I think like they're putting it. I don't think it's like ill intentions. You know what I'm saying? That like. That's what it seems like. A lot of these niggas when they clown like on that level, they feel like, okay, C came at him like with like on. like some ill intention shit. Like, you know what I mean? Not want, I don't think she just, because she's beautiful. She could have had any other nigga she wanted to. You know what I mean?
I think guys look at it like if you were dating Superhead right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and she decided to
what?
If you were dating
Superhead, Corinne Stephens.
Like,
I don't understand.
So, like, no.
Dating Superhead?
No, here's
exactly Eddie Winslow, Des McCrae married her at one point.
But hold on, so here's the point.
It's somebody for everybody.
So here's the point, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Superhead, she was doing an interview not too long ago, and the dude was like, Superhead said, no, I'm Corinne Stephens. Excuse me, no, you're not. Like, you know what you did, and you've been putting everybody else out there. It'd be different if you weren't blasting everybody else, but everybody knows what you did. This is what it was. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So if a dude decided he wanted to date her now, everybody be looking at it like,
they might look at you a little funny, sure.
Da-da-da. Now, granted, if you love her, you just got to deal with that, and that's just what it is.
And that's cool. That's clearly what it is.
But I think that's how people look at Russell Wilson with Future. It's not so much that Sierra's that bad, but it's a scenario where it's like, somebody else threw her away, and now you saving her. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so what's the takeaway from the messy shit with Mr. Brown today?
I don't know.
Your relationship.
We're trying to tie into the whole toxicity shit, right? So, sometimes your relationship goals, it could be with an ex, or sometimes it'll be with somebody new.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, damn, I can't talk.
No, that's fine.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
And your relationship is your relationship.
That's true.
Do what you want to do with that.
Prolific words from the beer.
Stop clowning Russell.
Please stop.
I don't clown. I actually respect him a lot.
Yeah.
I think people are kind of coming around that a little bit now because they're starting to realize, okay, this is getting.
I think people that clown Russell Wilson wish that they could be Russell Wilson.
To a degree.
I think it's a maturity level.
I mean, he's
right,
living.
That's part of it. Yeah.
He's tripping the life fantastic. Like he's got millions of dollars. He's a tremendous quarterback. He's got Sierra. He's got kids, whatever.
And the Future's kids, he's taking care of and raising. Right. He's doing that too.
Like it
doesn't. Future's kid.
Like if Future
really wanted to be there, he could. He don't want to be there.
But like Future can clown on Russell Wilson all he wants.
Hold on.
Doesn't matter. Russell Wilson has a life future. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Russell Wilson is at least double Future's net worth.
True. But I mean, it's not just about money though. I think
but he has the life I'm sure Future wants. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add a 45-second segue? Or no?
Go ahead.
How do y'all feel about what's the show that was on top model? Eva. How do y'all feel about her? Whereas though, like she was dating a dude.
Okay, she had a similar thing, kind of.
And she wanted to change the son's name to
his
stepdad's name.
Okay. Now that's a little different. But I will go. I think it all depends on like. So I don't. So this is it. I think it depends on like what relationship, if any, the biological father has. If I think in that situation it might be different because I think her husband now, I think he may have actually adopted her firstborn because of.
But he's not because he's not active.
But the firstborn what's his name? Kevin McCall. But clearly, this is a situation where that dude has issues.
Wait, the guy from Deuces?
Yes.
Yeah. But it sounds like in that situation it's a little different because it was an abusive situation. Yeah. So it was like in that case, he don't even have rights to his kid.
But to change his name though,
it's still. I mean, that's extreme. I will say it's extreme. But I mean, I get it. You want to have like a family. You want to have a family unit. It might be awkward for one kid to have one name and then the others have another. I get it.
Coming from the perspective.
But I mean, I think that's just I think that's only done that should only be done like really extreme.
If you're
cases.
Not there, like extreme. You had the chance to be there and you're not there. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can be mad at that, but like at the same time, it's like you chose to not be there. Like, what do you want to do? But I think timing is everything. The quality X is the X that you can still fuck on occasion, and try to minimize the toxicity unless it's meant to be. I think those are the takeaways.
There we go.
From today's podcast.
Minimize the toxicity.
Don't be a toxicity plant.
Man, someone will listen to this and be so guttural, like, the toxic niggas who I should be with.
Go ahead.
You gotta do what's right for you.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead and get slapped upside the head.
Go be with
Just do what's right for you. You know what I'm saying? Just take time to yourself, get your mental together, and if the person who's toxic or whatever is your ex, if your ex has truly done the work to be a better person, then go for it.
Done the work.
That makes it less. That doesn't make it toxic
Done the
anymore.
work.
You were a former toxic. You were toxic, but you did the work to not be toxic, and then it can work.
That sounds politically correct.
Do the work.
Good job.
There you go.
All right, everybody. As
Like
usual,
Kay said, do the fucking work.
Thank you, Dr. Now.
The mature, as
you could have
always,
lost 30 pounds by now.
hold on. As always, the mature one, Mr. Brown comes in.
Yes.
With like,
True.
Saves the day.
With the
this-
final word.
This
That's
is just what
true.
we was talking about. But all right, everybody. Thank you for joining us and enjoy your day.
Woo,
We
woo,
out of here.
woo. Peace. Laters.